Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Hot Song Podcast. Today is September 11th, 2025, and the topic for this evening is still talking about the seventh eye. So, the previous couple of episodes, we've been talking about the seventh eye physical. So, this evening, we're going to start to talk about the spiritual side of seventh eye, even though I've mentioned before that the seventh eye is kind of it's mostly spiritual. However, it still has some physical components to it. Now, this week we start to talk really mainly about the spiritual side of seventh eye. So the seventh eye, what does the spiritual side of seventh eye, when we open that awareness, how does it help us? So let's just to start with, the seventh eye physical is on the left foot, the top of the arch on the left foot. And then the spiritual, it is really the 0 point, which is kind of in the middle, at the middle of our chest, where the two sides of the ribs comes together, the breastplate there. So it's kind of at the tip of the breastplate, somewhere around there within our body. So that's the location of the 0 point. So what is 0 point? 0 point is the point where we come into this reality, come into existence. That's the 0 point. So the 0 point is kind of where everybody or everything comes into existence. So at that point, everything is linked. So when we go back to connect with the 0 point, we are actually connecting back to oneness. So that is I would say the uniqueness of the seventh eye spiritual. So the function is really to dissolve perception, to provide pure knowing I would say, as a spirit, as a soul, as the pure soul. We know everything. Because we are an aspect of universal consciousness. So we know everything. However, when we come into this body, though, there are certain things that we don't have access to, so that we can actually have I would say, an experience as a human being. So when we are coming into this body, we are playing a role. And this role of being a human being, it is a role just like just like when you join a theater show, there are people that plays different role. Someone plays the bad guy, someone plays the good guy, and someone plays the main character. Some people play the side characters. So when we come into being a human being, we play roles. So I have a name called Winnie, last name Louis, so I'm in the Louis family. But that is not the real me. It's just a role that I play while I have this body. The real me is something that is beyond that. So the function of the seventh eye is really to start to go beyond the individual, the separate me. So from Winnie, the role of Winnie, I'm starting to, as I grow the seventh eye spiritual, as I open that awareness, I will start to actually get back to having more access to the totality of my spirit. So that is what the function of the seventh eye is going to be. Because the seventh eye allows us to operate from a higher frequency. So we have access to higher frequency, a frequency that is operating on the non-egoic state, meaning the state of know me. So when I start to expand that awareness, the attachment to the little me, to this role that I'm playing, will start to become less and less attractive as we open up the seventh eye spiritual. So we will start to regain more of who we truly are. So that is the role of the spiritual side of the seventh eye. So functions of the seventh eye spiritual, transcending the ego. Because the seventh eye spiritual allows us to have access to the totality of our spirit, not just the ego, not just I would say the role that the spirit is playing in this body. We actually have access to something that is beyond the body. So when we have access to something that is beyond this body, we no longer, or at least we begin to shift away from the focus of this body. We start to become aware that we are more than this body. That's more to this life. There's more to the personality that I consider Winnie right now. So that is part of the function of the seventh eye, is to start to wake us up from this slumber that we think we are just this body, we are separate and all that. So the second one is non-dual awareness, because we start to remember the totality of ourselves. So we also start to remember that what the ego consider as being good and bad, light and dark, or myself and others. So those distinction, which is dualistic awareness, will start to fade away, because if everyone is me, then everything I create is for myself to experience. Then who is the bad guy? Because I created everything. I am the good guy, I am also the bad guy. So when you really start to realize that everyone is just another aspect of you, then the non-dualistic awareness will start to come in, and it's easier for you to let go of any judgment or any preference for that matter. When we become that, when we start to go beyond the ego, start to go beyond good and bad, we actually open up our neurology, open up our energy field to allow more information to come in. A lot of the times we cannot receive information, not because we can't receive it, it's just because our belief system, something that comes in does not resonate with our belief system. So we naturally screen it out. We just bounce it out. We don't even consider it. So, and when we start to blur that line of non-dual thinking, and also we also become less attached to the ego, the separation, then universal energy will start to flow through us. And we will start to become more aware of the interconnectedness of all life. Perception of oneness. When we start to be more aware of the interconnectedness of all energy, of all phenomenon, then we will start to recognize oneness. We start to see less of separation, less of, this or that. When we start to think this and that. So when we start to do that, we will start to resonate more with oneness, and we will start to remember that everything, everyone, there's no outside, there's no inside, it's all just oneness. So when we start to do that, so the next step is we have more clarity, because our mind can conceive of reality as it actually is, rather than as something that is constructed when we have a certain perspective, when we have the perspective of being a separate human being. When we start to let go of that, then we start to perceive reality as it actually is, rather than as what we want it to be. And this kind of thinking is it's a different level of healing. It is when we heal, when all we need to do is actually heal ourselves, heal our own perception, heal our own disconnectedness. When we do that, then we actually heal the collective as well. That's when we can heal ourselves. When we start to do the shadow work to heal ourselves, you actually heal the whole lineage. So whatever it is that you do for yourself, you actually do for all of the people that came before you. And that's when just healing one person can heal a whole country. And when we really start to embrace this unity, we change everything. So that's all functions of the seventh eye spiritual. So so I'm just going to check in. So questions, suggestions, comments?
I have question. But how to do that? To work with your lineage,
We're gonna do
to
that.
use that seventh eye.
Yeah. So we're gonna that's the next step. So this just talking about the function of the seventh eye, and then after that we're gonna start to well, the seventh eye is we already activated, because we've activated the 0 point. So it's mainly to how to expand it now. Okay, so that's the next step. Any other questions? Okay. Excuse me. Just dealing with a little bit of allergies. Okay. So let's just start to do maybe just a very short meditation first, just to open up and activate the seventh eye spiritual, which is the 0 point. And then after that, we're going to do a longer meditation. So let's just um, get comfortable. I'm taking a deep breath right now and let it all go. Taking another deep breath and let it all go. Take in one more deep breath and let it all go. Continue to follow the rhythm of your own breathing with the intention of using your breath to guide your body into relaxation. So continue to breathe in and out slowly and deeply. Every time you breathe out, just check, just have a quick scan of your body. Wherever it is that you feel any tension in your body, just ask that part of your body to let go and feel the relaxation in your body becoming even more so. Continue to breathe in and out, slowly and deeply, until you feel your body is adjusting to being more relaxed. And also at the same time, make sure that you have your feet touching the floor if possible. If not, then just use your intention to have, at the very least, your seventh eye physical, which is the top of the arch of your left foot. Connecting with the ground, with the earth. So continue to make sure that you feel relaxed and grounded. And then now let's activate the seventh eye spiritual. So 0 point, activate. Intentionally breathe in through your 0 point. As you breathe in from your 0 point all the way down to your sacrum. And as you breathe out through the top of your head. Continue to breathe in to your 0 point until you feel the 0 point is pulsing, meaning that it is truly activated. Just focus on your 0 point. Focus on breathing in through your 0 point, all the way down to your sacrum. And as you breathe out through the top of your head. Allow yourself to just blank your mind as much as possible. If thoughts should come in, then just leave it. Don't try to pay any attention to it. Just allow it to leave when it is ready to leave. Take in a deep breath through your 0 point. And let it all go. Breathe in again, right into your 0 point, all the way down to your sacrum. And as you breathe out, allow those air to come out through the top of your head. Do that one more time. Breathe in all the way through your 0 point down to your sacrum. And as you breathe out, allow the energy to leave through the top of your head. Do this one more time. Breathe into your 0 point, all the way to sacrum. And then as you breathe out, allow the energy to leave your body through the top of your head. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and come all the way back into the room when you are ready.